Yeah, I guess you can talk now. Fucking ruined it. You always do that with the silence. Over here trying to get the noise of the room. So
Welcome back, everybody, to the podcast.
Buck. How was your emotional roller coaster of last night and this morning?
It was good. It wasn't really a roller coaster.
No, he saw Black Widow. That's what I'm talking about.
It was Black Widow was good.
Fucking cords everywhere. I feel like we can't talk about it very much because it was only released like, I don't know, yesterday? What's today, Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just yesterday. Or, well, I guess they had a pre-showing on Thursday, but it was good. It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too. Spoiler warning.
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
are we going to spoil it?
I mean, we'll talk about it because I want to talk about it. I want to see, because you haven't really dived into how you felt about it. You were just like, yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, it was good. I just, it seemed like I didn't really know where we started.
Well, to be fair, it would have been a lot better had it came out when it was supposed to.
Yeah.
That would have made a lot more sense had it came out. When was it supposed to come out?
Like last year.
So after Endgame?
Yeah.
Okay, so then it wouldn't have been so far away from where it actually takes place in the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
That's frustrating. I think that was my only irritating part about it is I had to like remember back to what what she had gone through.
Yeah, it felt like an old movie, but it wasn't because that's what it was.
Yeah, exactly. But it's only when did they film it?
Like 3 years ago.
Okay, and then it was supposed to be released like a year or two ago, or a year.
A year ago.
A year
2020.
Ago. Okay. Fuck. That terrible
Endgame
year.
Came out in 2019.
Yeah, Endgame came out in 2019. And I think that was supposed to be the direct movie after other than it was supposed to come out after Spider-Man.
Far From Home, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it wasn't too bad. How do you feel about the Taskmaster reveal? Because from what I read,
it's a liberty
because
what they took.
Well, yeah, no, because I watched it last night, and then you went to bed halfway through, even though you forced me to fucking.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Anyway, I sat down and watched the rest of it, and then I saw that, and as a person who didn't read the comics and wasn't like a huge fan of like Taskmaster's anything, I didn't even notice that was a problem until I hopped on Reddit, and people were like, that's the only part of the movie they didn't like. I guess that it was like a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know who we're talking about, explain.
Taskmaster is, from the comic books at least, he has a sword and a shield, and he has photographic memory, but it's photographic movement memory. So he can memorize any,
kind of like what Tony Stark's suit does to Iron Man in Civil War.
Yeah,
that's Captain America in Civil War.
One of the theories going in is that he just repurposed a Stark helmet, and he's using that tech.
I think that's like, to me, that seems more like people wanting Robert Downey to still be tied into it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I even read a couple theories that they were like, oh, like post-credit scene, maybe fucking Iron Man or this and that. They thought like Robert Downey Jr. would have a small role, and like he didn't. No, which I'm glad, because I feel like that would have just made his death not as memorable.
Yeah.
I will say, I think this movie did a good job of like giving a part of her story that I wanted to hear, and I think they did a good job of it. I was very excited to see the Red Room finally.
Yeah.
And the reveal to that was pretty dope.
It's very red.
It's not very red.
When the red lights are on, it's very red.
Well, yeah, when everything's self-fucking-destructing. Super spoiler, sorry, but yeah.
I didn't say that.
I mean, I don't fucking care. If you're listening to this podcast, we ruin everything. We'll rename it to Ethan and Josh.
The Red Room is the entire thing they were on.
Yes.
Which is basically a helicarrier.
No, it's a heli facility. Helicarrier, like the helicarrier is like an actual aircraft carrier that just so happens to fly. This itself is like a fucking floating metal castle. It's pretty legit. And it's also being hidden by clouds.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty. It looked like Cloud City.
It reminded me of a Hydra Empire.
Hydra Empire. I'm not.
It's floating too.
Okay, what's that look like?
It's like a blimp.
Like the Zeppelin?
Yeah.
Like just Hydra?
Led Zeppelin.
Okay. How do you feel about the... I'm surprised that Dreykov was... I'm very surprised that this is the story they went with.
Yeah.
But I'm also not surprised considering that it's apparently they knew what they were going to do with Black Widow in 2012.
Yeah.
Because for those that don't know, the first reference of the main main antagonist in this is something Loki mentioned
In 2012.
in Avengers. He mentioned Dracov's daughter, and I won't go too much into that, but it's pretty fucking wild, dude. So when I saw that, when I watched a recap of the movie, I was like, oh, didn't catch that, and totally see that. And that's another thing. I completely even forgot about that line.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and that's another reason I wish the movie would have came out a little sooner. But yeah, after watching it, I don't know if it's worth it to have it on Disney Plus for $30. To me, that's more of a movie theater movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would have been a lot better if it was strictly released in the theaters.
It reminded me of Bourne Ultimatum.
Bourne Ultimatum. Yeah,
Bourne Supremacy.
Except, I don't know. I guess to me, as a person who didn't like dive too deep into Black Widow's story specifically, none of it was very predictable to me.
Right.
I don't know about you.
She's a spy. She does spy things.
She's a spy and she does spy things. This will be a very short episode today. I'm fucking tired and I want to go home and sleep.
It's the rain.
Yeah, is it the rain?
It's the rain's putting you to sleep.
Oh, I mean, to bed. I went to bed at like 7 a.m.
Yeah. I went to bed at like
5:30, 5:45. Yeah, that was funny. Holy shit, the fucking thunder last night, dude.
Dude, I shit my pants.
Dude, you were laying in bed.
I was laying in bed half asleep trying to watch Black Widow.
And it was like
I was finally like asleep. And I just, oh my god, dude, this thunder! This lightning had to have struck like right next.
Dude
to us.
had to have been fucking like right outside because it was like 3 strikes and it was the loudest lightning, it was the loudest lightning I've ever heard in my entire life.
I thought there was like AA artillery guns outside.
I literally thought the military pulled up. I thought Disney was outside.
Disney was outside. Yo, we know you copied it. Get out here.
I didn't copy anything. I have a Disney Plus account. I paid
obviously
for Black
we
Widow.
paid $30 for it.
$30. Yeah, I don't know if that's worth it, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
It maybe if it was like, because I feel like you're already paying $7.99 a month for standard Disney Plus. How about you take away $8 from that price point, and even then, I feel like that would be a better price point for that.
Think about it as you're paying for 4 tickets for a family, so it's $8 a piece.
Yeah, but I'm in the comfort of my own home, and I already pay $7.99 for a monthly subscription to a service that you said I would get everything with.
You do get everything except for the brand new movies.
I mean, yeah,
but you have to pay movie theater prices for.
But $30. Think about it.
You're just thinking about it like you should not pay $30.
Like if I live alone,
just you.
If I'm a dude at home and I live alone and I ain't got no friends, I ain't got no girlfriend, and I'm at home and I'm like, I want to watch the new Black Widow movie, and they're like, hey bro, it's $30 fucking, and I'm like, whoa. That seems a little drastic.
Yeah, that is drastic.
They should have an option.
I feel like if it's like my household, so at least 3 people are going to be enjoying the movie when I pay for it. That's like $15 a ticket. That's a little expensive, but that's movie theater prices.
I feel like if you're going to add it to the subscription service, what you could do is you could be like, oh, well, your subscription for the next 2 to 3 months will be $5 more. That would make more sense to me.
Yeah.
This way, you're just not gouging people for $30. But to be fair, I also think, like you said, Kevin Feige, this was not his idea.
He didn't want this to happen.
At all, apparently. So, yeah, no.
He was upset. Him and his hat. He just wears a hat all the time.
He do be wearing a hat. What does his head look like? Does he have hair?
Kind of.
Does he?
He's balding.
Balding?
Mm-hmm. He's old.
How? What? No, he's
like 40 something.
Jesus Christ, you think that's old?
I mean, he's older. He's older than you, motherfucker.
Yeah, but like by 20 years isn't a whole lot. He is. Dog's 48.
Yep, almost 50.
48. Well, what Robert Downey Jr.'s like
54.
He's like 54, 53, somewhere around there.
We might be. What if he's way older?
He's not in his 60s. I can tell you that. At most, he's 58. I'm gonna go with 58.
58. Is that your final answer?
Yeah, it's my final answer. Between 55 and 58, but I'm feeling 58.
Between 55 and 58?
I'm wrong. I guarantee he's like 51, isn't he?
He's 56.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I was right. I was pretty close. Pretty close.
You had a pretty broad spectrum.
The only reason
Chris Evans is 40.
The man ages like wine, though.
Chris Hemsworth is 37.
Damn, for real?
Yeah.
He's
Mark
got.
Ruffalo's 53.
I knew that.
Sebastian Stan's 38.
Who's the youngest so far?
And youngest?
Yeah, Sebastian.
Chris Hemsworth, 37.
37.
Sebastian Stan's 38.
How old's Scarlett? Like 32?
Tom
she's
Hiddleston's
35.
40.
Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston's 40?
Yeah.
What? Is Scarlett 37? I want to say she's 36.
36.
Yeah.
On the dot.
Yeah. I don't know why. She just has this young look to her. But, okay. Yeah. Dude, and fucking speaking of ages and stuff, her sister in the movie, who is Florence Pugh in real life,
Yeah,
I think
Florence.
she's 25. But man, dude, she made this fucking movie. Like, I really, like, the parts that I didn't like about the movie, she made up for, and also she was fucking hilarious.
She was really hilarious.
And I didn't know she's a British actor, and her Russian accent seemed pretty on top of it.
Yeah, she was in Midsommar.
Oh my god, that was her?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Makeup Movie Magic does some wild shit.
In Hereditary. I don't know who she was in Hereditary.
Hereditary? She was in Hereditary?
Yeah. She doesn't have a character listed, but she's in the top 3. It's top 6 on
Oh. Okay, so you have the son, you have the mom, you have the dad, and the daughter. Maybe she's an older sister. I don't know. I only watched that movie once because that movie fucked with my brain. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever seen Midsummer?
Yeah.
Or Midsommar?
Midsommar.
Yeah.
Midsommar.
It's Midsummer, but it is a Midsummer Gathering, basically. That movie. I wasn't freaked out until the people started jumping off the cliff.
Yep.
And then I was like, oh, okay, I'm no longer comfortable. And then I got really uncomfortable during the, I want to call it a rape scene.
Yeah.
But it's a consensual, non-consensual sex scene.
Yep.
Yeah, that. And then the part that got me, and I almost turned it off because I was like, I don't know if I can sit through this alone, was the dude wearing his friend's skin.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But as far as a movie altogether, it's one of them to where you're like, you almost have to watch it again. So I have watched it twice. Hereditary, I could only watch once specifically because of the pole scene.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, that was very rough. And then the shock on it, like, good for that dude, by the way, that actor, phenomenal fucking performance.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what I would fucking do if your head got ripped off by a pole and your dead body's in my backseat. I probably would drive home and then fucking go home and, like, go to bed. Like, you can't wrap your brain around that type of shit. Especially, oh my God. Yeah, no, that was a rough scene.
Yeah.
Not to mention the movie was a little confusing after that scene. And I feel like that scene, it's almost like the scene in Tusk when you finally see Justin Long as the walrus.
Yeah.
After that, you're just like, what the... you can't even focus on the story because your brain is just...
You're just like, he's a fucking walrus.
Yeah, and then you're like, that girl's head just fucking is in the road, and he continued to drive home after being fucking in such shock. So, yeah, those two movies are wild, but one of them was a little more watchable than the other.
Yeah.
But I think Midsommar was more like... unsettling, but it was more captivating, so it kept me in.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to continue to know what was going on. And even at the end of the movie, I was like, I don't like this. But, yeah, I don't know. So, Florence Pugh was in that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who she was.
Well, I don't know who she was in Hereditary, but she was the main character in Midsommar.
Yeah.
Okay. I like her.
I like her too.
Yeah, but in this, she was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I really liked her in Black Widow.
I did too. What did you think of David Harbour's character? I expected more, but I also am happy he was not a terrible piece of shit.
He's getting his ass kicked, but that was like the whole point.
Yeah,
is he's the joke. He's like capable and he has a super soldier serum, but he's a joke.
Well, he wasn't a joke, and then he obviously fulfilled his duty and turned in the girls. His wife obviously got his fake wife, his agent counterpart, obviously did get hurt and shot, so like she got taken to the hospital and then obviously continued to work for the Red Room.
Yeah.
But he got sent to prison. They sent
Yeah.
him to prison for the rest of his life. And they didn't really brush on it. The only thing I can assume was super soldier serum, Russian version of Captain America. Let's put him in jail before anything else happens.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I got from it. But yeah, no, his character was pretty dope. And then like you and I talked, apparently he wasn't supposed to have that red suit. I don't know what changed, but originally in the script, and I guess I don't know, before production actually started, that suit wasn't in the
Script.
yeah, apparently.
I gotcha.
And I don't know. I mean, why would you think they would throw it in there? I guess
It's comic accurate.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Does it look good?
Yeah, here I'll show you.
Okay. So
I'm sure David. They were like, we're just not going to do that. It would be uncomfortable and blah blah blah. And he's like, no, I want it. I want the red suit.
he probably wants to wear it. Yeah. I think he did great though.
He was really good. I really enjoyed him.
The shittiest part is he movie in Hellboy, and I feel like his performance in Black Widow alone made up for that shitty Hellboy.
Agreed.
To be fair, I don't blame him for the Hellboy though. Because even in the scenes Hellboy's not in the movie, still terrible. No shit. Okay, they modernized it a little bit, but
Just
I mean,
like Cap.
but if we're being completely honest, they didn't do a bad job.
No, and this is like that's like the OG. Like this is. He's had a few different. Like I think
Okay.
they did. I think they did good.
I mean, yeah. It's almost like when people were mad that they took away a Captain America's little
Don't even get me fucking started, dude. Fuck those wings. Fuck those wings.
on his head.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's stupid too.
He looked goofy with them.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little goofy. Apparently, from what Scarlett Johansson,
That's the one I think he was based off of for the most part.
yeah, because it's got like the white gloves and yeah. And do you like how he took Taskmaster's shield?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He lost it immediately, but he did take it.
but to be fair, when he did lose it, it was for good.
He was saving her.
It was for good reason. Yeah, that's another thing I liked is like they were supposed to be agents and they weren't like supposed to love each other, but like it's kind of hard not
They
to.
ended up loving each other
when
when,
you
you're acting like a family.
When you spend 4 solid years together acting like a family, like not like you are faking it, but you have to like it is.
They faked it till they made it, and they made it,
And then
they fell in love.
Yeah, and then they just you can't turn that type of shit off,
Yeah.
and that's why Dreykov was like, "What's up with Yelena? Why did she get the way she did?" And like the fake Black Widow was basically explaining that we don't know. She was just the only one that just so happened to not be able to turn off that part of her brain, and that's why they were about
But
to.
all of them couldn't turn off that part.
I know, and that's why I was confused. But at the same time, hers was holding on to the family part. Black Widow did hold on to the family, but she did know how to separate that.
I think she was just better at hiding it.
Maybe. I don't know. But I was pleasantly surprised.
I think it was good. It's worth the watch.
I was almost really pissed when I thought that bitch was turning them in, though.
I thought Thunderbolt Ross was going to show up a little bit more.
I think him only showing up at the beginning and end made more sense.
Yes, but I feel like I was 40 minutes in and I didn't realize I was 40 minutes in. Like with the time that the movie is, like the length of the movie,
It's 2 hours and 15 minutes. I think it's about actual 2 hours of runtime
it's sluggish.
until the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then once.
Like 40 minutes in, I was not invested very much. Like I wanted to know what was happening, but
Mhm.
it wasn't like it didn't draw me in. It felt like that's why I keep referring to Bourne Ultimatum or like the Bourne movies. Like it's just an agent hiding from a government. Got to be sneaky.
Well, yeah, but you also got to understand it's one of those movies to where you have to have like sentimental attachment to her character to like the movie.
I cried when she died in a game.
Yeah, I did too, and that's what I'm
I have
saying.
sentimental attachment.
Okay, but the one thing I think even
But I knew that bitch wasn't gonna die.
okay, that's another thing. I think even Kevin Feige understood this is just going to be one of those movies to where they can do anything in it, and we know she lives, so at least do as much as you can. And yes, they could have capitalized on it more, But I also feel like had they known the movie was going to be delayed so much, they probably would have done it a little differently.
Yeah.
But had this come out when it was supposed to, I feel like we probably wouldn't feel the way we do. But I really do feel like we waited. And then when we finally got it, yeah, I did expect more.
Yeah.
But I really think they understood that it's really hard to add emotion to a movie to where, you know, she's not gonna, nothing bad's gonna happen.
That's fair.
You know, and not only is nothing bad gonna happen, nowhere near as bad as fucking Thanos taking over the planet, killing half of your friends and then half of every living existence in the universe,
And then dipping and winning.
and then sitting on it for 5 fucking years, having to deal with that shit in the aftermath by yourself, and then fucking coming back and then winning, and then only to win you died. It's really hard to make a prequel.
Fair enough.
That's how I felt about
fair.
it. Yeah,
That's fair.
I think so. I think it's fair. How do you feel about the post-credit scene? That was a little more frustrating to me once I realized who she was.
I enjoyed where they're trying to bring everything.
I think
without knowing anything.
I think I hate that bitch.
we definitely hate that bitch.
Okay.
But I don't know. It can be one of two things. It can either be she's recruiting for the Thunderbolts,
Right?
or
They're trying to kill him. Because, well,
they might be trying to recruit him.
that's what I'm saying. We don't know what they mean by target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she might still be working for Hydra. Because she was Madam Hydra in the comic.
And she was also infiltrated by Skrulls.
Yeah.
So
So she might be a Skrull. It might be working for Nick Fury.
Well, and also, like they mentioned, she seems to be playing a part of another character that was actually in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but considering, that's another thing. The people who are like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is still canon. That just proves, no, maybe not.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No, fuck no. I don't think, it hasn't been canon for at least 5. At the very least 5. I think after, I want to say Age of Ultron. So yeah, about 6 years. Yeah. Like even before then. So yeah, you're probably right. About 7. But so we're definitely going to see John Walker again.
Yep.
Okay. We're definitely going to see Yelena Belova again. Is that her name? Yelena Belova. Okay. Is it just me or is that rain really fucking loud?
It's really loud.
Is she chewing on something over there?
Yep.
Oh, I attributed her teeth into whatever the fuck she's chewing. I thought that was rain as well. But no, I just hear the rain outside. Do you think they're going to do the Thunderbolts? Or do you think they're going to try and tie it into the bigger picture? Or do you think it's going to be like its own side story?
I think they're going to at least make it a show, if not a movie.
Okay. And then we've heard nothing about Hawkeye, the TV show.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, you mentioned the other day that they were talking about Red Hulk actually being in She-Hulk, correct?
Yep.
Because the theory is Ross becomes Red Hulk.
Yeah. Are you going to continue?
Well, that should explain itself. If we're talking about like the Thunderbolts coming in, his name is Thunderbolt Ross, and you were like, oh, we didn't see enough of him in this. Well, if She-Hulk's coming, they're leaning towards, like they said, I think they confirmed, like when Kevin Feige announced Hawkeye, that around the same time, Florence Pugh was also rumored to have been cast partly in Hawkeye's TV show as well.
Yeah.
So that's a tie-in right there. And then you have She-Hulk with Thaddeus Ross, and it seems to be coming together a little more than I anticipated.
Right.
But now I'm even more confused because I thought Loki was confusing, and now this one, it's almost like the breakdown you just watched. Do you want to watch something that feels like a good normal movie, or do you want to watch Loki to where it's a mind bender and you have no idea where it's going? Well, now it seems to be going in the same direction. They're just on different paths, and I don't know where that leads.
Right.
So, and then you also get confusing because you have like Nick Fury and you get the Skrulls and you have like the Secret Invasion and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be what they're heading towards, but from the MCU standpoint compared to the comic book, the Skrulls are on our side.
Yep. And the Kree are probably against us.
And before the Kree was with us and the Skrulls were against us.
Yep.
And that's why there was a secret invasion.
Yep.
Because they secretly...
Now the secret invasion might be there's a secret invasion to protect us.
Ooh. How would that work?
The Kree is coming to invade, and we're planting sleeper Skrulls to defend us.
Now,
Because they think they're attacking civilians, but then they'll be attacking Skrulls who are ready for them and know how to face Kree.
Okay. I never looked at it like that. Is Sam Jackson rumored to be in anything else?
Secret invasion.
Secret Invasion. That is that? Did they confirm that's a TV show or a movie now?
Nick Fury and the Secret Invasion.
TV show. Okay. What the fuck, man? I don't understand. This is getting rough.
Yep.
And then Loki, the last episode of this season, comes out Wednesday.
So today is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday night.
So we got like 3.5 days. My God.
Then we'll figure out all this. Possibly be introduced to Kang.
You think so?
I'm really, really, really thinking it's Kang.
I don't know, man. The more I look at it, the more to me it would kind of make more sense for it to be a Loki trying to make it look like Kang. Because think about it. Why just Lokis?
They're survivors.
But why just... Okay, think about it. Would the biggest threat to the most powerful Loki not be the other most powerful Lokis? And
at this point, don't you think it being a Loki would be mediocre?
No, because Loki... Remember, because Mobius even said, more like a Loki to play the long con. That would make you more likely to be a Loki.
I don't think it's a Loki.
I don't know, man. I feel like they could go in either direction, and I personally would not be mad.
I would be upset if it was a Loki.
Would you?
Yeah. Because, dude, like, Loki was a villain for 2012 Avengers, okay? And we've spent fucking 10 years trying to make him a good guy. And then we see other good Lokis. And you're going to tell me the person behind everything, the person pruning realities, the person killing billions of people for no reason other than to make him the ultimate powerful being is fucking Loki again? What Nomi said. That's dumb.
I think the point would be to piss you off.
Okay, well, then I would turn it off.
Either
I
that,
wouldn't finish. If it's Loki, if they walk on that castle and it's a fucking Loki, I'm turning it off.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. Because for all we know, maybe the Loki thinks he's in charge, and Kang's actually the one pulling the strings, and he doesn't know that.
Okay, if they walk in, it's a Loki, and then they fucking cut, and then it's gonna be Kang, and he's like, I've been controlling him this whole time. That's gonna piss me off too.
Well, to be fair, in the comic books, one of the comic books in the timeline with the TVA, the one who made the Timekeepers, just so happens to be a very, 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 very old Loki. Right. It was old man Loki. That's why a lot of people are speculating that it may be Richard E. Grant's Loki, specifically because why would you get a big name like Richard E. Grant and then only give him like 2 episodes for 10 minutes total of screen time? And to be fair, that's speculation, but that's a pretty good point. Yeah, it's a pretty big actor just
Miss
to have.
Minutes is the actual villain.
Didn't one bitch also play Miss Minutes?
Who?
Valentina?
Play her? What do you mean?
In the comic book, wasn't she also Miss Minutes for a while?
No, Miss Minutes is the clock.
Wait, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. We're gonna walk in and she's gonna be sitting on the throne.
People are irritated because they think this is just a side note in the MCU. This is obviously another fucking MCU episode. I swear we'll change it up here soon.
No, we won't.
Yeah, we will. To be fair, we have a lot going on in our lives right now, and the only thing that's consistent is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I'm afraid.
And the Bad Batch, but you don't like it.
And the Bad Batch. Apparently the last episode was garbage, so.
It wasn't garbage. Dad's tripping.
Did you watch it?
Not yet, but
what the fuck?
Dude, they're never garbage. He just doesn't like episodes that don't have to do with the main story. But when it's a cartoon, I don't mind filler.
It's funny he says that because I was also the same person that was like, I can't remember what season of Rick and Morty it was, but they stopped really talking about the main timeline and only had like 1 or 2 episodes about it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and then I didn't like that, and he was like, "No, that was great." And I was like, "Dude, all your favorite episodes had nothing to do with the timeline that is important." Like,
Right.
right?
Rick and Morty's not supposed to be about timeline, and
Then-
Rick and Morty has
then
no
then
story.
then
really.
don't make it a show like that. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I know a bit about Absolutely Ridiculous.
Yeah, I can tell. What the fuck is she doing?
She's just chilling.
Yeah, that dog, that pit bull you have, is not a lap dog.
Tell her that.
I don't think she understands that. Good Lord. From what I was reading, a lot of people are irritated that What If may not have Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans' voices.
Yeah, it sounded like it was the person who played his voice, and there's something else that Iron Man was in. It was animated, and I've heard his voice before.
You have to turn that closer to you.
It was something else that Iron Man was in, and he was animated. It might be Nolan North.
Okay. Well, either way, I guess the main reason people are irritated is because Jeff Goldblum, of all people, will be playing the Grandmaster in this.
But fucking Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. couldn't come back to play their goddamn respective characters.
Jeff Goldblum. Well, I think, if we're being completely honest, I think Chris Evans did. But Jeff Goldblum, like a year ago, said maybe not a year ago, a couple months ago, maybe. He was interviewed about What If, and he was basically explaining that, like, yeah, Iron Man will be in it, so Robert Downey's voice will be in it too. Like, he said that word for word. And then I guess in the new trailer, it doesn't sound like him. Mm-hmm. But if we're being completely honest, wouldn't the point be that, like, Captain America could be played by Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah.
In his voice, and
Mm-hmm.
then Chris Evans could be the one voicing Iron Man.
Yep.
I thought the entire point of the show is what if.
Yep.
So it would make more sense to me if those people didn't have their respective voices, and the ones that you don't expect to have them do. Like if fucking Rhodey came up and it was Robert Downey Jr. talking.
Right.
Right. Or if Ant-Man came up and you're like, dude, that's Chris Evans' voice. And you're like, yeah, that's the point. What if?
Yep.
Yeah, shit like that. So,
I feel you.
yeah, and that's kind of how I feel about it. But not to mention, people keep talking about the fact that Robert Downey Jr. unfollowed all his fucking co-stars on Instagram. I don't know what the fuck that has to do with anything, but...
He unfollowed everybody?
Oh my god, you're going to be one of them too. Yeah, he did.
Like what? Like
only
Scarlet?
on Instagram. All of his co-stars on Instagram, he unfollowed them. To be fair, he is doing something weird with his Instagram to where I think he's trying to promote... like change in the world or something like that. If I'm correct, don't quote me on that.
Who else did he unfollow? A bunch of other people.
I'm like, let me see if I can find.
I'm like, because if he unfollowed everybody, but everybody's like, and he also unfollowed these people. That's dumb. That's not news. But if he only unfollowed like these 5 people, that's news. I mean, kinda. I don't give a fuck about who you follow.
Talk about something I would never notice, but every astute Marvel fan were quick to notice. Robert Downey Jr. unfollowed all his former MCU co-stars on Instagrams, and fans of a Marvel Cinematic Universe or fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe were shook by it. Ooh, somebody said, I think he doesn't want anything to do with the future phases, or this is a publicity stunt. What is it? You guys, I'm going to unfollow you all on Instagram just for kicks. Let's see what kind of drama people make up. Love you all. The text Robert Downey Jr. sent to his friends in the MCU a few days ago. I don't think he actually sent that, obviously, but it was a joke. But yeah, I guess he unfollowed all his co-stars.
Okay, that's not news. I don't care.
Well, people are making it news. See, shit like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, what the actual fuck? Like, bro, what if he...
Click the wrong button. He's an old man.
I mean, on like 15 of them? No. I think the point is if he is trying to distance himself, I think it's just for a reason. You shouldn't have to be tied to a character like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally get it. Like, bro, you fucking laid down the fucking gauntlet. Literally. Wore that bitch. Snapped your fingers. My God. If you want to unfollow your co-stars, which I'm sure you all have a group text and I'm sure you've talked about it, fuck off. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, the internet is going fucking buck wild over it.
Jeremy Renner's not in that group text.
Why not?
He's kind of an asshole.
Apparently.
So, Dick.
That's what they say.
That's what everybody says.
I don't know how I feel about that.
What? Jeremy Renner being a dick?
Yeah, because like all his co-stars like him,
Right.
and none of them talk. But maybe he's
Well,
nice
they're
to
all
them.
co-stars.
I know, but like, still friends. I mean, he's obviously not much of a dick considering he's coming back for a Hawkeye.
He's contractually obligated to.
Yeah, well, that's they. Yeah, he's contractually obligated to. They're not. They have an opt out in the contract. I'm sure they do. I'm sure he does too, depending on circumstance.
Right.
Right. So that's all I mean by that. But at the same time, whatchamacallit, Edward Norton, one of the main reasons they didn't want him back as Hulk is because he is notoriously hard to work with.
Yeah, he kept trying to rewrite the script for Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, dude. So, like, I don't think it necessarily comes down to, like, Jeremy Renner being an ass as much as, I don't know. I don't know why. To be fair, I haven't heard any recent things about him being an ass.
No. After he dropped that bullshit app, I haven't heard much.
What app was it?
The Jeremy Renner app.
And oh, he was one of the first. Dude, it's like NFT before NFT.
Pretty much.
He was basically, well, it's almost like an OnlyFans, but just for him as a person.
Mm-hmm.
So he just posts exclusive content of what's going on in his life, and you are subscribing literally to his life.
It's dumb.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, people do that when you follow a star on Twitter.
But it's
Except
free.
except you're paying for it with his app. And now they have NFTs to where like you can buy a non-fungible token and get an exclusive, and I have no clue what NFTs
I
are.
don't know what they are either. It's okay. We're
I
not
mean,
gonna explain that.
The only ones that make more sense to me is that they have some NFTs to where you buy a digital copy of something, and then for proof of purchase of that NFT, you get a physical copy of it.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, so basically you have a digital copy of the physical copy you just bought.
Fantastic.
Yeah, no shit. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me either. Nomi, what the actual fuck is up with you today?
Love.
You slept with me last night and Josh. Literally.
Slut.
Ew.
What?
Dog fucker.
Oh my god. That's not what I meant.
That's what I meant. You terrible person.
Good god.
I'm calling the authorities. I'm calling Disney on you. I'm convinced they'd have a better militia than our military.
They wouldn't come after me for fucking a dog. You'd have to say that I was an anti-Semite. They hate that shit now.
What do you mean?
Because of how much anti-Semitism Walt Disney spewed.
Like against
If they
Jews?
smell it, yeah, if they smell it, they'll come after you.
This seems pretty anti-Semitic to say. If they smell it, can they smell the anti-Semitism?
Why would they smell it, Ethan?
I don't know. Is it because I'm Jewish?
Because you got a big nose.
She's got a big nose. She's a dog, though.
She doesn't count.
Is she a dirty Jew?
Good lord.
I don't think so. It's a joke, dude. Chill. He looked at me like I was, what? Hey, don't chew on the fucking cord.
It's a joke.
Good lord.
Haha.
Ha ha. Ha ha ha. No, actually, I've never met anybody that's Jewish. I actually don't hate Jews. I want to point that out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've never met.
You
but
gotta go back a little bit and make sure everybody knows.
I mean, I don't care. Come after me. Oh my god. Hey, we have an email. You should email us. I still haven't gotten a text.
Oh yeah.
Nope. Still haven't gotten a
Swear to
text.
God.
Still haven't gotten a text. This will release tomorrow. Guarantee I still won't get a text. These fuckers. If you're not gonna sit through the podcast, don't click play.
I swear to God.
I mean, to be fair, I do the same shit.
No, fuck them.
Nah, sometimes
Fuck them.
sometimes it takes me a couple days to watch like an hour and a half
Except for you, and you know
podcast.
who you are.
Except when I get the text, that's for you. Where was I going?
I don't know.
Have you ever
In
met?
circles.
Yeah, have you ever met anybody that's Jewish?
Yeah.
Actually,
Mm-hmm.
who?
I don't remember.
What the?
They're very forgettable. They were good at math.
They were good at math. Who's the racist now, Josh?
Well, that would be Asian.
Oh, I guess that's not. I guess it's not racist.
They were good at math.
Who's the anti-Semitic now? Yeah, I don't think I've ever met anybody that's Jewish, like ever.
I know a famous Jewish guy.
Ben Shapiro.
Old Dickie.
Yeah, but he's born Jewish, but he no longer identifies as Jewish. He'll say, yeah, I'm Jewish, but he also doesn't lean that way. Does that make sense? Yeah. To be fair, if you've heard his rap, he's a little too open-minded for religion. But yeah, no. So that's funny. He just had a podcast with Anthony Santino and his hype man Gata. It was really good. It's like an hour.
Lil Dicky's hype man or Anthony Santino's hype man?
Lil Dicky's hype man in the TV show Gata. Have you seen the new season of Dave?
No,
I haven't either. The first one was fucking phenomenal.
I've seen the first 2 episodes.
Oh my god!
I need to
Wait,
watch
of the new season or the old one?
First.
Oh my god, you should watch it, man. It just
It's
gets
on Hulu. Isn't it?
yeah, it gets
I don't have Hulu.
it gets better. You have Cody.
now.
Yeah, now. So yeah, totally. You should watch it.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, good. Yeah, no. Jesus.
Come on.
She's all over the map today. And then see, okay, you say no lapdog, and then she goes to do it, and then you let her do it, and now she's gonna get hair in the microphone.
Lay down.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
She's right here. It's not her bone.
That is loud.
Yeah.
I was super confused because it kind of picked it up on my mic, so I could only hear it in my left ear, so it sounded like it was coming from over there, and I was very confused. But okay. I start a new job this week, so I have no idea when the fuck you and I can record next. So
Soon. Trademarked.
soon, trademarked. So yeah, that's so weird. It's picking it up through here, and it comes through my left ear, so it literally sounds like someone's pissing in the corner.
I'm getting Vietnam flashback.
With the fucking thunder I heard last night, dude. I was all not to mention, you had kind of fallen asleep, and I was balls deep in the movie, and then the wrath of God decided to come through the window.
The wrath of God.
That's literally what it was like. I was like, for the love of God, man. And then I looked over at you, and it took you like an extra 2 seconds to understand what was going on. Because I don't know if you thought it was me being too loud on the movie, or if you actually completely understood it was thunder. But like, you kind of like opened your eyes, and then you looked up 2 seconds later, and you were like, oh my God. But yeah, no, that scared the shit out of me. But I started a new job this week. I don't know when we'll stop. What is it with you and the microphone lately?
What do you mean?
I don't know. You keep trying to put your whole mouth around it. Oh my
You're
god.
fucking buck wild.
Ew.
When we can record whenever you're off next. Doesn't matter when.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know when I'm off next. I go in at 10 a.m. on Monday. I can only assume I'm there till 5. 10 to 5, 10 to 6, probably 10 to 5. The thunder? So I guess we'll see. So, ladies and gentlemen, if we start recording really weird, I'll post it to YouTube on the what do you call that? Not the comment page, but it's the post page. To where like I can let people know what's going on. So if
The community tab.
yeah, the community tab. So I'll let the community know. For those that care,
Let the community know.
I'll let all 10 of you know.
Including me.
And me. I go back and listen to them sometimes when I forget what we talked about. But I'll let you know, and I'll let them know as well. But if we don't end up getting an episode out Friday, hopefully Saturday or Sunday. I don't see them working me 6 days this week. She may only work me 3 to 4. I'm not sure. I'm just excited to start a new job, but I'm also nervous. So I should probably get home before it gets really bad, huh?
Probably already is really bad.
Yeah, well, that depends on if it's coming this way. Because if it's coming this way, the further I drive that way, then it'll be okay. But
All right.
okay, but we appreciate you guys. I hope we didn't
We
spoil
love you.
too much of Black Widow.
Sorry if I wasn't very talkative. I'm a little tired.
I'm a little tired too, and to be fair, I didn't feel like recording, but we have to, so it's okay.
We love you. It was more of a choice than a need to.
Today was a chore, okay? This is your guys' fault. No, I'm just kidding. I like to record, but
yeah, me too.
I was very tired.
It
And
was big chilling.
well, no, to be fair, I think we woke up a little too late. And then by the time I got everything set up, I was like, I want to take it all apart and go home.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but all right, man.
Take it easy, everybody.
You take it easier and fucking tell your dog that she's too big to sit in people's laps.
But look at her. She's falling asleep in my hand.
Yeah, until you put your legs down because they're about to get tired after a while, and then she's going to be really confused when she falls.
Like this.
Look, now she's not asleep no more.
She wasn't asleep.
Yeah, whatever. All right. We will see you guys hopefully Friday. If not, I'll let you know.
Have a good one, everybody.
Later.